Focus on one discipline.
Right.
So what is the your focus is right now? Structural?
No, architecture.
Just architecture.
Just
I mean,
architecture.
it includes everything.
Architecture, like, you know, once we design the building, then we call the structural engineers,
Okay, and
mechanical engineers,
okay.
plumbing and all those kind of things. Then it becomes like a group work. You know, it's not like an individual work. So these all disciplines or specialties, these people, they come together.
Right.
And then they produce their side of work, we produce our side of work, we combine together, everybody stamp,
Results.
gives to the building department, then it goes to bidding, and then it goes to construction.
Okay. So when you say, like, you started working in India for 8 years and then you came here,
Right.
so there is a huge difference between how buildings are made in India and how it is done in USA.
Yes, sure.
So
Yeah.
did there some difficulty came in between, like?
It's always like, you know, you have to learn these different way of doing things. These are different technology kind of. You know, we build our homes and things, let's say, the bricks
Right.
and the, you know, cement, tuna and all those kind of things, you know. But here people build with the wood,
Right.
wood construction kind of. So this totally different aspect kind of. But it's not that difficult to learn. These are, you know, once you are into that business, you know what is good, what's bad, you know, you pick up very fast.
Okay. So when you started this, like your job for 18 years, first job in USA, I mean, second
Oh, here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14 years. You did 14 years in
Right.
this job. What are the learnings from that job that helped you to build your business, your own practice?
You know, because the basics, you know, not only the basics but the details and things, because you have to have knowledge to design the buildings and to how to implement all the details and things kind of. It's not, it's very complicated process if, you know, for general people, it's very hard to understand kind of. You see 4 walls,
Right.
but behind those 4 walls, how many things goes kind of. You know, there is like a structural things are there.
Right.
There, the plumbing thing is there, the electrical wires going there, you know, fire protection, sometimes public buildings and all that. So all those things, you know, you have to think very seriously kind of, because in this country, the building code is very stringent, especially the Massachusetts is one of the strictest code in the country.
Okay.
You know, so you have to follow all those codes to meet the approval from the building department.
Okay.
And as an architect, we are at the top of the pyramid. If anything goes wrong, we are responsible.
Right.
So, you know, it's like a very stressful job. It's not, people think it's very glamorous and things kind of, but, you know, many times, you know, you lose sleep because you are thinking, oh, I forgot this or I forgot that, I have to do this. Believe it or not, at my pillow side, I have one pad.
Okay.
It lights at night when I pick up the pen. So I keep writing kind of. You don't believe,
Whatever
like,
idea comes to you in
Yeah,
the night.
whatever. Oh, tomorrow I have to do this. Anytime that idea comes, thought comes, you have to write.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise, the whole night you lose the sleep too,
Right.
because, you know, you keep revolving, you know, keep
thinking about
going,
the same
thinking of the same thing. Why did I forget this? I did not forget this. So it's better to write it down.
So in your this 14 years of job career, what was the biggest project that you did for which client, or like you built some hotels or something like that?
When I worked for the other architects, like, you know, in downtown there is a Radisson Hotel. It was the first precast construction, the biggest building in North America.
Okay.
I worked on that project. That was one of my first projects. The swimming pool, I mostly work on that side, on the terrace,
Okay.
on the, you know, 4 or 5 stories above the garage. That was my first job I did. That was the biggest project I was involved at the time. But after that, I did quite a few hotels at O'Hara Airport International. There is a Howard Johnson Hotel there. I worked on that building. I just finished here Hampton Inn near Science Museum a few years back. There are quite few, you know, hotels and motels and restaurants and homes, you know, quite few kind of.
So what is your specialty? Like you specialize in some particular kind of buildings?
Yeah. Excuse me. Mostly I concentrate on luxury homes and hotels. These are my, like, a fascinating projects for me kind of. But even if I get one small room addition, if somebody wants me to do it, I'll do it. Because that's my way of thinking. Is if my education is utilized for somebody's need, you know, I feel obligated kind of to help that person. And that's the basic, you know, my philosophy kind of. Help anybody who comes to your door, you know, no matter how small job, how big small, you know, I don't look from that point of view. for me to make a person happy, to bring his dream to reality, that is my goal, kind of, you know.
So, and I think that may be the reason that you started your own practice. Is that right?
After working about 14, 15 years, what happens up to a certain point, you feel, yes, you have worked for somebody. See, you work for the projects, but you don't get the name, the company gets the name.
Right.
You know, so a point comes like you say, I'm working, if I do the same thing for me, at least I get my name, kind of, you know. You may not make the money, but at least you get the name. It's a matter of in life what you're looking for.
Right.
Some people want money, some people want name. You know, for me, I mean, name is important too, kind of. Money, of course, is you know,
money
everybody
is a
needs.
Product. It will come.
Yeah, right. It's a pleasure what gives you. You know, that's most important things in life to me. So mostly I thought maybe if I work for myself, at least, you know, see, I get to meet people direct rather than through company, somebody, you know, and not like every project I'll be involved some here and there, kind of.
You'll be able to see the whole project.
Right, but here, like, I control the whole project, and if it's good, I get name. It's bad, I get bad name. Yeah, so you work for your good name, kind of. You know.
So is that also like thinking behind, like you came up with the idea that when you work for a company, you may able to get just a portion of the project, not the whole project.
Right.
But when you do it yourself, you get to realize the whole dream that someone has thought. And did it happen in that 14 years of job that you were not able to do that? You had some idea and then someone else opposed that idea?
No, see, what used to happen, because it's a company, so there are different departments.
Right.
Like I'm on a design side, I was a design director. So I'll design it. Once I design the building, it goes to other department.
And they can change it?
Then, no, they won't change it, but they have to talk to me if they have to change. But then they will talk to the structural engineers, they will talk to the, you know, some other discipline people to fill in the blanks, kind of. So my job was, because to keep busy so many people, so just design, kind of, you know. That was my job, kind of. I had 3-4 drawing board that time. We didn't have computers, you know. 1970s, I'm talking early 70s. That, so just 4 or 5 drawing boards. So some here, some work here, some work there, just to keep everybody busy, kind of.
And now it's all, you do everything.
It's computerized.
It's computerized, right?
Computerized. It's very good tool. Whosoever thought about it, it's an excellent tool for our business. We can see the buildings, rotate the buildings, turn the buildings around, in, outside, anything. It's marvelous, kind of. It's beautiful. And believe it or not, I did that in 1968 at MIT. You know, that time our computer was like maybe about 8 feet long. You know, we used to punch cards.
Commercially, it was only for like studies.
Yeah, only for big companies like a GM Motors or this, you know, other companies. They used to see, because we rotated one model, it was a car.
Okay.
So must be utilized for that, you know, to see your car, how it looks from all the angles, kind of. So big companies used to have those things, but like for maybe Air Force and all these government, you know, not for common use.
Okay. So when you started your own company, what difficulties did you face and how you came across those?
Okay, this is the biggest thing for anybody whosoever wants to start their company. They have to be prepared to go through hardships, kind of. It's not like everything is rosy.
Right.
You know, some people will think, wow, yeah, I'm starting my business. You know, it's a great thing. It's a great feeling. But, you know, there is a price to pay. You know, I mean, especially if you are born rich, it's a different thing. But people like me, you know, who come from bottom, you know, trying to make your living, kind of, you know, we have to cut this expense, that expense, you know. Daughter used to go for dancing school. Okay, we have to stop going, you know, sending her to dancing school. We used to go to eat outside. Okay, forget that. You know, these kind of things you have to cut kind of things. You know, and there's so many, the stress that you go through, where I'm going to get the job for. When I started practice, believe it or not, I used to go door to door to drop my business card. The hotels or restaurants or, you know, wherever business I see. So I used to drop my card personally at everybody's door. You know, that's how you start, kind of. And then you worry where I'm going to get the money tomorrow, how to keep the food on the table. We have a family, you know, the kids and things. So I started working with one of my friends who was a contractor. I worked part-time with him. Then I started part-time my office. Then I used to go to, I had a friend in New York who used to design big, big buildings, kind of, still he does that. So he had started his practice. He said, why don't you come and help me? Because he had some good big projects. So every week he used to give me airplane ticket. And that time airplane ticket, there were people's, somewhere, it was only $30 from here to New York.